Here's a Spurs News Roundup of your latest top news all in one place in the last 24 hours. Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe. Let's get straight into it. The Tottenham headlines in the last 24 hours and then full analysis to come later. So, happy birthday to Matchday, turned 23 a couple of days ago. On this day in 2019, Heung-min Son secured a brace in our following win at home against Crystal Palace. Legacy number 898 for new signing Xavi Simons. João Palhinha won more duels in 10 and made more tackles with 5 than any other player against West Ham. There you go, big stat. Pat Matessar spoke post-match about pointing to Andreas Jorgensen. He said it's for the coach. He spoke about it at half-time. He just told me when the ball arrives there, you will score. It was good timing, I scored, and it's for the coach. João Palhinha's stats then versus West Ham. 58 out of 64 passes completed were successful. 7 passes into the final third. 2 out of 3 accurate balls, in terms of long balls are accurate. 3 out of 5 tackles won. 1 ball recovery. 7 out of 9 ground duels won. 3 out of 5 aerial duels won. 2 fouls won. 0 fouls committed. Thomas Frank on what he said that made Mickey van Ven laugh when he was substituted at the London Stadium. Frank said, "I want a goal from him from set pieces. It was a second phase set piece, but it didn't count if it was left foot or right foot. I needed a header." Thomas Frank on Lucas Bergvall. Frank said, "First and foremost, I think his performance was good today. I really like his energy, his pressing skill, his enthusiasm. I think he drags the team with him in a kind of way, and there's so much he can learn and improve, so I think that's promising as well." Thomas Frank separately said, "Of course, we want to score goals, but over so many games, the foundation to keep clean sheets is key, and it's something we worked hard all pre-season. All the coaches have worked hard, especially Matty Wells on the defence." Thomas Frank on Xavi Simons' debut. Frank said, "I like what I saw from him. I like that he took the initiative whenever he had the ball. Wonderful assist for the first goal and a promising start." Frank, on a separate subject, said, "I think it's extremely important that I trust my players. They have to perform and train well, and they do. I have the privilege to rest Rodri. He's a key player for us. Richie the same. He played in 4,000 kilometres for Brazil against Bolivia, and we were able to rest him." Mickey van der Ven's stats against West Ham then. 1 goal, 49 out of 54 passes completed were successful. 1 chance created, 5 passes into the final third, 4 clearances, 2 headed clearances, 2 ball recoveries and 1 out of 2 ground duels won. Christian Romero versus West Ham. 1 goal, that should have counted, 1 assist, 2 chances created, 73 out of 79 passes were accurate, 7 passes into the final third, that is, 3 out of 5 accurate long balls, 2 clearances, 4 ball recoveries, 1 out of 1 ground duels won and 0 fouls committed. Pat Matessar, on the other hand, his stats versus West Ham. 1 goal, 47 out of 54 passes completed, successful, 6 passes into the final third, 2 out of 4 accurate long balls, 5 ball recoveries and 2 out of 3 of aerial duels won. Lucas Bergvall versus West Ham. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 chance created, 24 out of 27 passes completed, 1 out of 1 successful dribbles, 6 passes into the final third, 2 out of 2 accurate long balls, 3 ball recoveries, 3 out of 6 ground duels won, 2 out of 4 of aerial duels won. Xavi Simons versus West Ham, 1 assist, 1 big chance created, 1 out of 1 dribble successful, 4 out of 4 accurate long balls, 2 ball recoveries, 3 out of 3 ground duels won, 1 foul committed and 1 0 fouls committed. Tottenham loan update for you then. Mikey Moore played 45 minutes, Alfie Dorrington played 95 minutes plus a clean sheet, Jamie Donnelly was an unused sub, Ashley Phillips was an unused sub, Will Lancashire got 89 minutes and got a goal, Alfie Devine 62 minutes, Yamin Hook and unused subs, Damalo Ajay unused sub, George Abbott 67 minutes, Tyrese Hall 42 minutes, Alejo Valise 42 minutes and Luka Vuskovic 94 minutes. Pedro Porro is yet to be involved in a goalless draw in his 87th Premier League appearance for Tottenham. It is the second longest start to a Premier League career without a 0-0. Manchester United's Michael Silverstone holds a record at 134 matches. Christian Romero spoke about rumours that he could have left the club in the summer. Romero said, "I'm very happy here. It's a family, one big family. I'm very happy since Thomas had arrived. He took a decision to extend my contract. I like the manager that has arrived, the way that we're working together. Always things can improve, and that's what we have to do day to day. I'm very happy here, and that is the key." Tottenham are unbeaten in each of their last 20 European home games. The population of the city of Villarreal would actually fit inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium capacity is 62,850. The Villarreal population is 51,350. The Villarreal population gets right. It's 51,367. So comfortably get inside the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. THFC flags collaboration with Tottenham, so Tottenham are collaborating with them, and they're encouraging fans attending our opening UEFA Champions League game on Tuesday with Villarreal to wear something white to create a sea of lily white in the stands. Christian Romero was asked on whether Messi will play at the 2026 World Cup. Romero said, "My head is focused on the next game. It's all about concentrating on Tottenham and making sure we get a win tomorrow." Thomas Frank on what went wrong in the Bournemouth match. Frank said, "I don't think I helped the players well enough in that game. I took the wrong decision in terms of the planning. Not that we didn't have a plan for phase 1 or phase 2, and it was a bit where we should have done more in the game. If we didn't do anything, that was the biggest thing. Then I would say that big respect to Bournemouth. Then they're a very tricky team to play against, so they did very well. That they hit a top level, and we couldn't hit a good level. That's a bad combination, that bit. We learn from it, and we move forward." Thomas Frank on managing the quick turnaround for Saturday's match to tomorrow on Tuesday. Frank said the main thing is that we have guiding principles on how we want to defend. We need to know how we go from man-to-man high pressure when we need things to be tweaked. Then the same with the offensive side, how we want to break through and build up. Our opponent might press differently, so we need to change. We try to get that across with the video 11 versus 11. I'm a big believer in the right details and right amounts, how we can give them that balance. Christian Romero spoke about the ambitions of the club. Romero says a bit of everything. It's about the training staff, technical staff, players, fans, people who run the club. It's all about all of us. We need to push in the same direction. We know as players what the aims and objectives are this season. We need to keep going in the same direction. Romero spoke about his style of play. Romero said, "I think I get a bad rep. I was taught to defend like this in Argentina. I love the game. I have this inside. I don't have anything against any player I come up against. I just defend this shirt and badge. This is my style of play. It's in my blood to play like this. You wouldn't change your style of play given where I've got in the game." Romero said, "We have a great group and a great manager. It would be amazing if we could lift another trophy for us and the fans." Team Museum for Tottenham versus Villarreal. Dominic Solanke's taking steps in the right direction, but not ready yet. And Rando Colomwani is available and ready. Is available. Romero on Daniel Levy's departure. Romero said, "I don't know what has happened, but he's a person who has been at the club for many years. We need to thank him. He brought me here. Fortunately, we could crown his reign with a trophy. I wish him all the very best." Romero said, "I always want the best for the club, and I'll see a structure that is really positive and one in which we can really grow. I see a club with great organisation and with a manager that has shown real positivity in the short time that he's been with us." Romero speaks about extending his contract. Romero said, "Sometimes in football stuff that comes out in the media, I never said I wanted to leave the club. Nothing came from me in that effect. It's important what the manager and president say. I'm very happy here. It's like a family. I like the manager. I like the way we work, the way we train. Always things can improve. I think everyone here is at the levels and taking the right steps to improve. I'm very happy here." Romero said, "We always focus on the jobs and our work. We have a great manager. We have a great defensive coach. We always want to improve. If you take Bournemouth out, we've done well. We do our best no matter who we're playing against. It's always about increasing our performances and we're looking to improve." Franca spoke about his aspirations in the Champions League, so we want to try and win it, but the most important thing is taking one game at a time. Frank was asked on managing the Champions League for the first time. Frank said, "Hugely looking forward to it here in the Champions League anthem. That will be for the moment. Now it's about preparing for it." On this day in 2002, Robbie Keane made his Tottenham debut for the club, and 2 years ago, Ange Postecoglou was manager of the month and James Maddison was player of the month, both for the Premier League. The last time Tottenham played in the Champions League, the team was Forster in goal, Romero, Longley and Davis as the centre-backs, Skip and Højbjerg in midfield, with Emerson and Perisic as the full-backs, and then Kulusevski, Son and Kane. TBR Football understands that Tottenham sent scouts to AS Monaco to beat Uxley 2-1 to watch Magnus Akliosche, Vanderson and Lemane Kama. Those three players were being watched by Tottenham. Darren Fletcher of TNT Sports names Tottenham as his dark horse in the Champions League this season. That is your Tottenham headlines the last 24 hours, so let's get through and dissect the main ones. I think that's really, really important. A lot of players doing very well against West Ham, so we won't speak too much about who individually, but yeah, very good team performance, also good individual performances within that. Good that we remain unbeaten in the last 20 European home games. It's really, really impressive. Good record at home. It's always been away in Europe that we've struggled, but under Andrew, we've done better away than I thought, especially towards the end before getting to Bilbao. Baffling that the population of the city of Villarreal will comfortably fit inside the Tottenham Stadium. That is quite funny, really. A bit disrespectful, but quite a funny stat. Yeah, I mean, seeing that to see if Lee White will be great. I mean, the only thing I do have I'm concerned about is the pricing. Not the reason I can't go to tomorrow. Sadly, my dad is working. I'd love to be at a game. Give anything to be at a game. Give an arm, a leg, literally give a limb, both limbs to be at a game. But the club have got the pricing wrong. I know why they've done it, but it's the first Champions League game, and it's just put people off. Unfortunately, so at the moment there are lots of tickets and seats that are available. Good news for the team news: it's likely to get closer. Mwani is available, so no real update. So no. All good as far as I'm concerned. Not too much to discuss, to analyse. So mainly top news with little bits of opinions, but all good stuff. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, please like and subscribe. You're now up to date. Anything you think is worthy of analysis, discussion, or raising your opinion, I always do read, always do get back to you. So do let me know in the comments below. But for now, a massive come on, you Spurs.